This girl never in a million years expected that in a photo she'd taken, her late father would somehow appear. She frowned on the spot. It wasn't until a coworker called her name several times that the girl snapped out of it, but no matter how she racked her brain, she couldn't make sense of it. When she'd taken the picture that morning, there had clearly been nothing in front of the lens, and yet now her late father had suddenly appeared in the photo. She simply couldn't believe it. By all rights, she shouldn't have felt afraid, but her father's death, of all things, had always been a knot in her heart. As it turned out, back when she graduated, the girl had wanted to go make a name for herself in the big city. Back then, she hadn't figured out yet what she wanted to do, and her father tried to stop her.
何やりたいのか決まってないのに、世の中そんな甘いもんじゃない。
分かったようなこと言わないでよ。田舎から出たこともないくせに。
お前のために言ってんだ。
大きなお世話よ。私はお父さんみたいな生き方は死んでも嫌なの。
But after his own daughter called him a failure, he had no ground left to stand on, and so, that year, the girl ignored her family's objections and chose to leave her hometown. But the problem was, before that knot could ever be untied, her father suddenly passed away.
きっと父は私のことをまだ許していないのです。
To test her hunch, the girl dug out that photo again the next day, and sure enough, in her father's expression, she read hatred. In that moment, the girl finally became convinced her father was perhaps out for revenge against her. And sure enough, that very night, the strange things began. After she got back to her room, her phone suddenly started buzzing, but the girl realized the sound wasn't actually coming from her own phone. Soon she traced the sound to its source, and found it just outside her door. In that moment, the girl's heart leapt into her throat. She suspected it was her late father, so she steeled herself and pulled the door open. But strangely enough, outside there was nothing, completely empty. From that point on, the girl started to lose her spark. She asked a coworker whether there really were evil spirits in this world.
何それ？なんでもないです。気にしないでください。
She figured it would pass in a few days, but that afternoon of all times, while she was discussing a project with a client, her phone's buzzing started up again. That was right. Whether it was the clothing or the build, from every angle it looked like her late father. In that moment, the girl frowned. It wasn't until her father's figure vanished that the truth of the matter slowly came to the surface. As it turned out, after she left her hometown back then, her days hadn't gone smoothly at all. For 3 whole years, she hadn't been in touch with her father once. Until one night, when her father's call suddenly came through. The girl assumed her father was about to lecture her again, so she simply didn't pick up. But only later did she learn that her father had already been gravely ill by then. She'd missed her father's final call, and missed her chance to untie the knot between them. From that point on, the girl was often lost in a daze, and that very distraction, of all things, caused her to slip up at work. It wasn't until 2:30 in the small hours that the girl finally finished her work. She figured she could finally catch her breath, but that familiar buzzing, of all things, started up once again. It wasn't until her late father appeared that the girl finally grew afraid.